Hey guys, it's me again. Back for another raid video. Yeah, let me just. Is that gonna be better? More center. There we go. All right. Breath now. Can of Coke. Dragging out this intro. But today we are gonna be doing Clan Boss. I'm gonna talk through all of Clan Boss, how you can hit hard on keys. I'm gonna show you my general Clan Boss team, and we're gonna start as a series of 3 videos, and we're gonna focus on my favourite part anyway, Chimera. I still got work on my Chimera team. We've not hit Nightmare yet or Ultra, but Brutal we have hit. You guys might be asking how I managed this much damage in 20 trials. That is my Vault Keeper, Wixwell, and titus team. There's a few components I'm thinking of switching in and out, get that damage up a bit more. Try and do that way. But we shall see on how we do with that. So, to start with, you see the stats. This is what everyone does. Titus easily majority of the damage. Then we've got Wixwell. Then we've got Lydia, Mikage, and Oella. So I'm going to start with kits. So let's click Brutal. Wixwell. I've got him in Reflect Gear. Just to get that extra damage from the reflections. I think it's reflection. Reflect? No. I've put on the wrong set. Oh well. Anyway. Either way, reflect or cooldown skill, it's good. This is going to help keep the debuffs on. Well, not to keep debuffs on. Reduce the skill cooldown. We got 2 main ones. The A3. Intercept. Increase defense. A shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. And it is proportional for everyone on this champion's defense. So you want to try and get this defense nice and high. I'm on how much? 5,700. Obviously, the higher the shield, the better. We then have the A2. AoE, decreased attack, which also increases the duration of all ally buffs. And then increases the shield amount on all allies. So this is how we're going to constantly get our damage up, build it up, keep doing that nice DPS. Next, we're going to go with Titus. We avoid A3 because we're losing that shield when we're doing that. So the ally protection going on. So I block that off, never use it. A2, this is the main thing. It's always critical. It once under the shield buff, which is going to give us a constant shield. And it also increases the percentage of the boost between this max HP of the champion and the shield buff on them. So you want to get as much gear, HP, and as much shield as you can on the champion. So I do have to switch a few bits around to test, but yeah. So you're doing high damage with there. I've got the lightning cage on him just to help with reducing the amount of chances of a debuff going on. And yeah, we just focus on getting that A to constantly hit on a 3-turn cooldown. Next, a massive part of this team and why it works for me so well. Oella. Oella. Turn meter increased by 30% on the A3 with also increased resistance buff. And that's by 50%. So half of your allies' resistance. So that is very useful. Helps our resists get high and mighty, and helps us not lose as much of our shield. it whilst within fires. A2, heal by 30% of the max HP, and then increase duration on all ally buffs. Another massive part of this kit is obviously the increase of the duration. So massive, massive that. The next piece we're going to go with Mikage, a random ally, helps with an ally attack, and then places a shield on the champion with the lowest HP. It's based on this champion's HP. A2, decreases all duration of enemy buffs and increases and ally debuffs, and then increases duration of all ally buffs and debuffs. Yeah. So enemy buffs and debuffs go down, ally buffs and debuffs go up. Yeah, the debuffs I do with them go up. Buffs I put on me go up. Buffs on them and debuffs on them go up and down. Ally attack is on this one, increase attack, increase crit damage on all allies for 2 turns. And then ally team up on a single enemy. Very useful. I'm going to be testing, taking that out in figuring out something with her, and you'll see what I mean in a minute with some of the other champion choices I've got and some of the other people I'm going to suggest for messing around with this general team. This video is a base of champions that are good. Finally, Lydia. You'll probably take her out, test her with a few others. Decrease defense, weaken, and strengthen, and increase speed is the main parts of why she's in this team. Block buffs here, very useful as well, with a poison sensitivity, not useful at all, and the block active skills, depending on the form of the Chimera, this can be helpful. Alright, so Lydia is a good champion as well. Some other champions you might want to consider, I have put the ones I own here. So obviously, if you haven't got this type of budget, you haven't got the team I've got, the legendaries, the insaneness, Godseeker, very good option. Add that revive to your team, increase buff duration. On the A2 with a heal, and then it does the same basically. I'm pretty sure as all of Mikage's turn meter ones up and down, all that shit. And Dementia, it's got a block damage on a A2 and continuous heal, and then she's got the same there with a heal. You've got Akinkurai. You got here's one here. Remove debuffs from all allies, increase duration of all buffs. Very useful with a heal and crit rate and crit damage buffs as well. If you've literally just started, you somehow got yourself a Wixwell. I don't know how you've done it. You've done it. Valerie and Hellborn Sprite are very good. You got his there with an increased crit rate. You got hers here with a shield buff as well. So obviously places that shield herself. And then increased duration of all allied buffs for 1 turn, and decretion of all allied debuffs with an increased attack. So you've got her version of it there. Some other champions you might have. I'm going to start with one of my favourites that I want to get. Pretty sure he's a lizardman. Frisk. He's very useful. Ally protects, continuous heal. Provoke, increased defense, increased speed. He can be very useful in this team in general. And at start, each round places a shield on all allies for 2 turns based on his HP. Has a chance to place the decreased defense and decrease attack but debuff on the attacker for 1 turn, 1 hit. This champion's very good as well for doing this. Another champion that's very good from the Anchorites. Shadow Pelops. Increased attack, main thing, the Magma Shield, and a taunt, HP burn, stealth, a decreased attack, and it can't be resisted if you have HP burn with the resistance in all battles. if you want another decreased turn meter, I did not put him in, but I don't know why I didn't put him in that bit. And the one I was on about, I'm working with Mad Hatter. Hex and weaken debuff on all enemies, increase debuff, increase buff on all allies, decreases debuffs on all allies. 20% turn meter fill, and then debuff spread, which can be very helpful as well with Hydra. Spreading the debuffs on the Hydra about. Is there any other champions I can think of? A free one that you can get from doing if you're half-hearted like I've been before with fusion is Maud. Reviving a kit, increased defense, increased attack on there. You get one or the other, or both if you've precise with your builds somehow. AoE attack, decreased duration of all enemy buffs by 2 turns. Increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Also heals all allies by 20% of the champion's max HP. Random debuff cleanse at the start of the turn with a continuous heal on the lowest HP ally. So you can technically easily, I'd say, make 2 teams like this if you've got another shield champ and you've got the high enough speed. So we're going to go into Clan Boss. I'm going to show you how I start up this team. So obviously with the speed I've got, I'm going to quickly start auto. I'm going to quit and then I'm going to show you what you can do in a random quick battle. Now quick battles are out and show you what that's like. So take it off auto start. So we're going to start off turn meter fill, increase resist. Then we're going to just go into a normal hit because we're going to increase that shield still. Decrease defense here. Then we're going to place the shield buff here. Ally attack. Then we're going to do the increased duration here. Yeah, then I know obviously we still can increase our shield, but we're going to go into the here so you can see what it looks like. Big 261k hit. Block buffs. Then we're going to increase our in duration. Hit that, and then you can auto anyway. Or you can just do what I do, have the preset. I'll show you the preset I've got saved once I've done it auto. But that's basically how you start the fight. Gonna hit 3, regroup. We'll do a quick battle. I've still got 4 left, so I'm not too worried. You're gonna see the damage should be high. That's a lot lower. I think the quick battle's a bit broken, I'll be honest. It's showing a lot less damage than I've done before, so I'm not going by that. You've seen the damage you can do on manual here. It's near enough the same trials though. But yeah, that is the T for that, the Chimera. And if you want to see the setups, we've got first, obviously, them two. I'm going to go through it slowly so you can pause and play when you need to. Ideally, make sure that's off as well so it never goes into that alternate form. Yeah, you just basically want to make sure Titus is doing as much damage as possible. And you've seen, obviously, that's the damage I've done with this team before. So, guys, if you want any help in future, if you want to know any more, just hit me up. I'm happy to help. Hit me up. Just let me know in the comments what you want next. It'll probably be Clan Boss, normal, same team, same shit, same time. You know the drill. And I'm going to do some arena too in a minute because I like a bit of live arena. So that'll be the next video actually, some live arena. So yeah, please like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what your thoughts are, what I could improve on, yada yada. Have a good one, guys. Good night.